Hello, everyone. Welcome to Skillify by Amity Online. My name is Neha Verma, and I'm faculty of Journalism and Mass Communication, Amity University Online. Today, we are going to discuss a very important topic: verification of information available on internet. In our day-to-day life, we face this great challenge that we have lots of information around us, but we are not able to trust on each and every information, and it's a big problem for all of us to verify the information which is available to all of us on internet. So the challenge of overwhelming flood of information which we are facing in our day-to-day life is because of the huge content available on internet. So there are some facts which I'm going to share with you, which can let you know that how much content or how much amount of information is available on internet. For example, every second around 70,000 searches are done on Google search engine. 70,000 in just a single second. If we talk about blogs, which we all follow in our everyday life, so 50 crore blogs are written every day on internet. And YouTube videos, which are favorites of all of us, if we talk about the content of YouTube video, then every minute people are uploading 500 hours of video content on YouTube. So just calculate the number of hours which are uploading every day. 500 hours every minute, then what about 24 hours, right? So a huge amount, right? So if we talk about Facebook, 35 crore photographs are uploaded on Facebook every day. And the Instagram, which is nowadays quite popular among all of us, and we like to follow the reels, Instagram stories, Instagram posts. So 50 crore people use Instagram stories every day. And the Twitter, which is popular among us, through which sometime we get news, we get information, and we trust on Twitter handle, some few of the Twitter handles a lot. So if we talk about the traffic on Twitter handle, so 6,000 tweets are posted on Twitter every second. So now you can easily calculate how much amount of information is there on internet in terms of text, in terms of images, in terms of videos and audio, right? And to deal with this flood of information or misinformation is actually very hard for all of us, because everybody is posting on social media and there is no filter. Nobody can check on whatever is written or whatever is visible on internet, whether it is true or not, right? So we can't verify each and every part of information on internet. But if we are following particular websites, if we are following a few social media platform, we can use our critical thinking and some little tools to verify the information. So first of all, you need to keep this thing in your mind that not everything that looks like news is actually news. Nowadays, people see any message on WhatsApp, any piece of information, any image or video, they say, "Oh, there's a news. There is a news update." People who are sharing information on WhatsApp, they are not authentic people, and they don't know the credibility of information also. So if they are sharing anything on social media, that could not be a news. It could be or it could not be. But yes, always remain this thing in your mind that not everything that looks like news is actually a news. So because of that huge amount of information, or we can say the misinformation or disinformation, there are so many big challenges which we are facing in our day-to-day life. When people they used to see lots of misinformation or disinformation on internet, it break downs their trust on information sources. They are not able to trust on anyone. They are not able to trust what is trending, right? it creates confusion in their mind. Okay, and also sometimes this misinformation or disinformation, it spread fear and uncertainty. And most of the time we have seen that it was like a main reason of creating violence, or it leads to chaos. It's also leading to racism in society. In many Western countries, misinformation and fake information available on internet, creating a huge society imbalance. It's somewhere leading to racism. It's motivating racism in their society. So we need to avoid it. And it also lead to hamper the law and order situation. We all have seen all these things during the COVID-19 situation, during the pandemic situation, when migrants were moving from one state to another state just because of this misinformation stuff, right? It also somewhere affects our health, because if we are getting misinformation related to our public health concern, and people are following that misinformation, it's going to affect our health also. During a pandemic situation, when there were lots of fake news and misinformation shared by people on WhatsApp, on Facebook post, on Twitter, regarding misleading doctor's prescription, or there were some ayurvedic treatment things, and people were following all those things, and their health was getting affected by that misleading content. Also, this kind of misleading content mislead the voters. It manipulate their mind. So, misinformation is actually a big danger for all of us, in terms of our society, in terms of our health, and in terms of our mental well-being also. So, most type of online misinformation can be categorized into three categories, right? First of all, text, which could be a misattributed or fabricated text, which we receive on WhatsApp, and sometime we saw it on Twitter and Facebook. Pictures, which are very popular nowadays for misleading information. There are quotes, there are memes, false context, fake screenshots, lots of things. And there are videos. It could be an old video, a manipulated one, snipped one, or the false context. So these three type of common misinformation we are facing or receiving each and every day of our life, on our mobile phones, on our social media post, on our Twitter account, at every uh, part of internet. These three categories are there. So what to do? So, reliability check of information is very important. Whenever you receive any information on internet, um, always think about these three questions in your mind. Who is behind this information? What do other sources say about this information? And what's the evidence behind this information? Always check the source first. Who is sharing this information? If one of your friend is sharing any information through WhatsApp message, and that friend is not that trustworthy in terms of information, he's a friend who always share jokes, or lame stuff on WhatsApp, and if he or she is sharing any kind of serious information, you need to check first. That is the basic rule. Also, when we talk about information on internet, like we are checking see what watching any website, we are going through some article, check the source. Is the message coming from a credible authority or expert on the subject? Sometimes people who are authentic, but they are not expert of a particular subject, so they can't talk about, or they can't give opinion about a particular subject, for which they are not expert, right? Second thing, verify and corroborate the message from the authoritative sources, news media, or fact checker. Always cross check the information, what other sources are saying. For example, if you are following a particular news website for a particular information, right? Always check other news websites also, what they are saying, what their opinion. about the particular incident or any event or any information. So by cross checking the information on internet, on credible sources, on credible websites, you can so once you receive any kind of information, and uh, there are some evidence available with this information, always analyze the evidence. Are they connected to information directly or not, or there are evidence just for the sake of evidence only? Okay, does it supports the claim or not? Always check this, and do not share the information with others until it is verified. Okay, so now, um, this is about how critically we can check the authentication of any information. So now let's talk about the website verification, how we can verify the website content which we are following or which we are reading, right? So first of all, check the domain name. Be wary of unusual top level domain name like .com, .co. A second level domain name like ABC News may appear credible, right? So whenever you are following information, always check the domain name, whether it's a commercial domain name or it is owned by any government. For example, if you are getting an information which is released by government, so the website which is the most authentic source for that information would be a government website with the domain name of .gov. Also, always check the country domain name. Sometimes a particular information don't belongs to your country, it belongs to some other country, regarding to some another context, right? So always check that also. Is it .in or .au, right? Let me give you an example. I guess if you remember, last year only, Cadbury had to face a huge issue, just because of misleading information. A person shared a screenshot which was actually a screenshot of Australian website of Cadbury and not Indian website of Cadbury. So that screenshot created a huge issue in Indian market for Cadbury, right? So it just the matter of just .in and .au. The information was authentic, but information was related to Australian context, not Indian context. So that's how you can verify the domain name, and it helps you to check whether the information is related to your society, to your country or not, right? About a section, that is also very important. Whenever you are reading an information and you are doubting on the information, go and check the about us section. Who is the publisher, who is the editor of this website? Do you think that they are authentic people, or it is a fake website or a news aggregator website, who is who are just collecting the news from here and there, and they are running their website, right? And check the author also. I told you earlier also that who is writing, who is giving the opinion about a particular information, whether that person is credible or not, whether that person is an expert of that particular topic or not. That is also important. So always pay attention to the article's author also. And sometimes it might be a satire. People share meme in a very serious manner, and we take it seriously and we forward that misinformation without even verifying it. So ensure you have not stumbled upon a satire context, okay? Just like a onion website which always share information in a satire way, okay? And one more important stuff, that is date. which we people sometimes ignores, right? So we ignore the date of article, or the date of publishing of that article. When was that article was published on internet, on newspaper? That is also very important. Is it used out of context or not? You need to check this thing. That is very important. Okay, because sometime an image or some article which was written a few years back, people use it in a misleading manner in present scenario. So always check the date of publication. If people are sharing link of a website with you, or they are sharing a screenshot of any a newspaper article, right? So check or verify the date. And last but not the least, spelling errors. People who are creating content for misinformation or disinformation, they are not professionals. So there are huge spelling errors or grammatical errors in the articles. Lots of information could be in all caps, or they are using dramatic punctuations, there are emojis. So if you are reading a serious text, and which includes such kind of stuff like dramatic punctuations or grammatical errors or emojis, always remember that professional people or the authentic people, they don't do such kind of mistakes. So you can doubt on such kind of information. So this is the checklist of verifying the website. And I hope all of you will be aware in future, and all of you are going to follow this whenever you are on internet, and reading some information. And before sharing uh, any information, always remember, verify it first and then share it with others. So be alert, be safe, and thank you so much for this session and participating here, giving your time.